Hey everybody on Reddit, I just want to make this quick video to show what's going on here. So I have this card right here plugged in. It's got its PCI power connector, 6-pin, going to my 1000-watt power supply here. All my RAM is put in, all my CPU sockets are cleaned out, and they're all good. I checked, and then let's see here, let's try to fire it up. This should boot to my monitor, which is right here. So we power it up, and the fans come on, everything comes on, and it does its normal sounds like it always does. But if we go over here, my Asus monitor has no signal. So, funny thing is, the fan right there, if you can't tell, it is spinning. The fan on the card is spinning, so the card is receiving power. It's plugged in the back, as you can see, through the HDMI cord. And it's also plugged into my monitor, if you can see right there. So, I'm confused on what the problem is. I can't access it through my motherboard BIOS because I believe my motherboard is too old to have that option. So, I mean, that could just be a simple motherboard upgrade fix. But I think there's a little bit more to that. It could be my card is faulty. It could be that I skipped an installation step. So I'm not sure what the problem is here. But if I try to leave this card in and run it through the motherboard graphics right here in the back here through the VGA slot in my motherboard and run it into my monitor, it won't actually boot up through there. So the thing is, I have to take this card out, or I have to unplug the power connector for me to go actually into the motherboard's integrated graphics. So I think the PCI is actually, the setting is, it's preferred through the setting to actually use the GPU instead of the onboard graphics for my motherboard. For some reason, I think this might be a problem with the card. So I have tried to, boot up and then install the graphics drivers on my computer, but it actually won't let me install them because it doesn't detect an AMD device, even though it's plugged in. And if I try to boot up with this power connector in, it won't give a signal to the monitor. So I actually, if I ever want to boot up, I have to take this out. So it works with my other card. My other card was an XFX HD 7750, and it works just fine. Nothing's wrong with it. If I plugged it in here, it would still work just as well as the integrated graphics would. So there's not a problem with my computer per se, because it's not like I'm doing this from an entirely new build. This is an upgrade. So, and for instance, this should, in theory, be booting up and